And that film replaced the published coverage of the tennis championships from Wembley, which we're sorry we were unable to bring you. It's because of an industrial dispute. This also means that there's a film tomorrow afternoon on 2, this time a thriller entitled Masquerade, and starring Cliff Robertson, Marisa Mell and Jack Hawkins. That's at 3:55 tomorrow. In 5 minutes on BBC2, another jungle adventure with Tarzan. First, the news summary with John Tuso.
Good evening. Thursday's headlines. Gas prices look like going up. Telephone engineers decide to comply with the appeal court's no blacking order. The Syrians have fired on American planes over Lebanon. The Queen has started her visit to Kenya. Now details of these and other stories with subtitles. Gas prices look set to go up more than the Energy Department were planning on the government's orders. But it's thought electricity prices won't be affected to the same extent. The rise is expected to keep government borrowing down and to keep spending in line with forecasts. Telephone engineers have voted to comply with yesterday's appeal court order against their union. The post office engineers were told to stop blacking Mercury, the private telecommunications company. At their conference in Blackpool, 800 POEU delegates voted 3-1 to accept the court injunction. Police in Stockport in Cheshire are hunting for an armed man who kidnapped a small child. The man had stolen wages from a local firm when he hijacked a car with the child inside it. The child was later abandoned, but police say the armed man is still at large. In the Lebanese port of Tripoli, renewed fighting is reported between rival factions of the PLO. Forces loyal to the PLO leader, Yasser Arafat, are said to have fired on Syrian positions. 2 Syrian armored divisions are reported to be advancing towards the city. Earlier today, American fighter jets came under fire from Syrian ground positions in Lebanon. The Syrians say they intercepted the planes and forced them to head back towards the sea. Dutch police have received a message from the kidnappers of the millionaire Alfred Heineken. It's the first message since Heineken was seized by 3 gunmen in Amsterdam last night. Details of the message haven't been given, but Heineken breweries say they're prepared to pay a ransom. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have arrived in Kenya for a 4-day state visit. They'll be going to the Treetop Safari Lodge, where the Queen stayed in 1952. It was there she heard the news of her father's death and that she had acceded to the throne. The Welsh rugby union international JPR Williams has lost an award for damages which he won last year. The Daily Telegraph won an appeal against the £20,000 High Court award. The paper had alleged Williams was a shamateur because he'd been paid for his autobiography. And on Newsnight tonight, after this evening's vote by the Synod of the Church of England on new proposals for the remarriage of divorcees in church, we report on the implications of their decision. And the proposed sale of Reuters news agency, a deal expected to make hundreds of millions of pounds. The former Prime Minister James Callaghan tells Newsnight why he thinks that the newspaper proprietors, who are major shareholders in the Reuters Trust, should not float the company on the stock exchange without reference to the Lord Chief Justice. That's Newsnight tonight at 10:50. And now, a look at the weather.
Tonight, central and eastern areas will be misty again, with fog patches becoming more widespread.